Hockey Night in Canada and the NHL on Sportsnet present the Stanley Cup Playoffs.
Now they've got to go on and slay the Dragon in Dallas and win a road game.
This is Hockey Night in Canada on Sportsnet.
You want action? We've got action for you here tonight.
He's got a step. He's in. Scores!
Absolutely amazing.
Well, after picking up their second win of the series, the Jets, they did the old Texas two-step down to the Lone Star State, again facing elimination in tonight's Game 6. Winnipeg with some momentum, and clearly their sights clearly set on returning for a winner-take-all Game 7 Monday back in Winnipeg. The Stanley Cup Playoffs on Sportsnet, as always, presented by Instacart. And it really is a fantastic weekend, long weekend for hockey fans. Of course, the Game 6, a must-win for the Jets. Game 7 tomorrow, Toronto and Florida, and then a potential Game 7 to wrap it up on Victoria Day on Monday. It's all coming your way. Big game tonight, but some things in life clearly bigger than sports. And we send it out to Scott Oak with the sudden news and horrible news, the heartbreaking story, the sudden passing of Brad Scheifele.
Yes, David, real life took over this series for the Jets this morning with the news of the passing of Mark Scheifele's father, Brad, last night. Scheifele remained at the team hotel this morning. Scott Arniel was with him, and he said later it was an easy decision for Scheifele to play tonight because he knew that's what his father would have wanted. And so Scheifele is in the lineup with the heaviest of hearts and the support of his teammates. This was Scheifele in the warm-up tonight, trying his absolute best to focus on the Jets' second elimination game in 48 hours. They didn't just survive the first one on Thursday night at Canada Life Centre. They flourished thanks to a superb display of defense, and a carbon copy of that game would be the Jets' best chance of forcing a seventh and deciding game in this series. But Game 6 is being played on the road, where the Jets' record looms large. They have not won a playoff game away from Canada Life Centre in 3 years. If that streak is to end tonight, someone other than Adam Lowry will have to step up to hold Mikko Rantanen in check. It's Mikko mania at Dallas home games because Peter DeBoer is able to use last change to avoid the Rantanen-Lowry matchup, and you can expect him to do that again tonight as the Stars try to close out the Jets, and the Jets rally around Mark Scheifele to try to save their season. David.
Thank you, Scott. Elliot.
All right, so there was a moment in warm-up. If you're a Winnipeg Jets fan, you know that Mark Scheifele likes to leave the ice last. And Tyler Seguin got off. Sometimes Seguin has joked around in the past to say I'm going to see if I can disrupt someone else's routine. Not tonight. Seguin got off fast, so Scheifele would still be able to be the last one. Shout out to the Dallas Stars fans who've organized donating $55 in honor of Scheifele's number to the Jets Foundation. There is no guidebook for this. Everybody handles this differently, and everybody's a Mark Scheifele fan tonight. Also wanted to say, Scott Arniel was the associate coach for the New York Rangers in 2014 when Martin St. Louis' mother passed away suddenly, and he played as they came back to beat the Penguins. So we know, guys, that Scott Arniel, at the very least, has an understanding of these situations. He knows how a player thinks, and more importantly, he knows what Mark Scheifele needs.
You can see the pain on Mark Scheifele's face. Yes. He's just trying to keep it in. That's heartbreaking stuff. We send all of our condolences, our entire family here at Sportsnet, to Mary Lou, Janelle, Kyle, and of course Mark, and the whole Winnipeg community with what's happening. Meanwhile, on the ice, there's a game that's going to be played, and you heard Scott touch on this, Kelly. Yes. The home road splits are pretty alarming here for the Winnipeg Jets.
Hard to imagine with a team this good that you can have a record like this in these playoffs. 0-5. Goals for, only 8. How about giving up 5 goals a game on the road? That's going to be impossible to win. And, of course, if you're giving up that many goals, your save percentage is going to be pretty lousy. So I think if they put in the effort and put in the work and stick together, that use old reverse psychology, it's got to turn for us, right? We can't go 3 years without a road win. It's got to turn in our favor.
At some point it has to, and I know the panel knows this, but playing in Dallas is an unbelievable atmosphere. I had the pleasure of playing 4 years of hockey in the state of Texas. It is like nothing else. It's very much like a football atmosphere. Fans are on their feet the whole game. I was mentioning to our producer, David Azuma, they have their own custom skate-out warm-up song by Arlington, Texas's Pantera. A lot of heavy metal influence in that building. It's a tough, challenging, intimidating environment, but one of the most unique in hockey.
Finally, the most important thing, the sewer ball before the game. That's what everybody really cares about, Luke. So in Dallas, it's very unique. This is me and the Vancouver Canucks back in whenever. Chris Tanev, young guy, probably 2013-14. There's a very unique setup there on the road. There's this door. It's called a rolling service door that you're going to see the Oilers playing in right here that Ekholm's in front of. And this makes sewer ball extra fun and extra difficult. That door makes a loud sound when you kick the ball at it. It doesn't quite come off. So guys obviously kick it there all the time and want to see the guy that's in front of it scramble. Turns into a lot of fights, a lot of arguments. Who's out? Who tried for the ball? Who didn't? And that's the best part of warming up for the game. Is when
I didn't see one guy try and kick the ball at the door, though.
Well, don't ruin my story, Cal. Don't ruin my story, but I guarantee you it happens. It's called sewer ball. You try to sewer the other guy, but that's the real story, is who played sewer ball, who won it, who used the door to their advantage.
There's no chance I'd be able to play with you in the same group.
You get so mad.
Kevin has sewered me on this show a few times, that's for sure. We have another elimination game coming up for the Jets. Can they get it done and force a winner-take-all Game 7? Puck drop moments away in Dallas.
We Canadians rarely lose.
Wallpaper or paint?
We make thousands of financial decisions every day. Stay on top of it all with alerts and insights from the CIBC Smart Account.
During the Ford It's a Big Deal event, we asked the tough questions. Like, what if an offer on an F-150 looked as good as an F-150? Right now, get a big deal when you lease this F-150 for $110 a week. This deal won't last forever.
We are facing a crisis of climate change and species loss that...
Moosehead Canadian Lager. 100% Canadian since 1867.
During the Ford It's a Big Deal event, we asked the tough questions. Like, what if an offer on an F-150 looked as good as an F-150? Right now, get a big deal when you lease this F-150 for $110 a week. This deal won't last forever.
All tied up at the end of the first period. The Panthers will need to tighten up on defense as the shot...
Sometimes it pays to be a bad fan. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction.
We are facing a crisis of climate change and species loss that threatens our way of life and our future. At the Nature Conservancy of Canada, we know the power of coming together is what allows us to create real, tangible change. And together, we can protect nature and champion its amazing ability to care for people and communities. So let's unite to conserve, restore, and care for nature, so life on Earth can not only continue to exist, but can thrive.
They better not have run out of chicken tenders.
My blood sugar is tanking.
Your mom decided to take her shortcut again.
Looks like you guys could use some assistance.
You got a helicopter?
No, but I do have a suggestion.
Then how are you helping?
By telling you should have skipped it.
We didn't have anything to make for dinner.
Perfect.
Perfect. Should have skipped it.
You should have skipped it.
We should have skipped you.
Becky.
You're so mean.
Guys, first person to talk loses. Ready, go.
You're gonna lose.
Okay, you lost.
Big reasons why you should use Square. Reason 1, with Square KDS, we can get orders done in under 2 minutes. Reason 2, with Square staff, we can assign different roles and responsibilities and keep the team on track. Reason 3, Square loans are simple, fast.
We need to step up, and I think everybody did.
Waiting, shooting, scores!
That was a great team win. It took everyone.
Ehlers in front, scores!
That was our whole roster stepping up.
We had everyone. Everyone was doing the same things.
Iafallo in front, Namestnikov scores!
It's everybody just taking it up a notch.
It was everybody stepping up and not wanting to be eliminated tonight.
Ehlers, empty net, scores!
And you know what? They're not going to shake up a single thing here, Kev, because they liked what they saw in Game 5.
Yeah, and director Steve Lopez did a great job of assembling this board for us. And this is the best version of the Jets, in my opinion. You get Velarde back up with the big boys. You have Iafallo on the fourth line. That's a great fourth line. Third line is a heavy, big line like you like. And then you got Ehlers, Perfetti, the scorers on there. So your forwards have tons of depth, skill. I love this D. I think, Miller's played at times and Logan Stanley's played at times, but I feel like Fleury and Shen have been the best two out of those four. Hellebuck's the stud in net. I like this version of the Jets.
And Kev, Hellebuck said it was a great team win last game. He needs his best road game of the entire season tonight. He simply has to outplay Ottinger, and I don't think he can give up more than 2.
Meanwhile, Dallas going back to 11-7 for a third straight game.
And I'm looking at that second line right there. The elder statesmen of Jamie Benn, Matt Duchene, and Tyler Seguin. For the most part, despite their struggles, Pete DeBoer hasn't split up Duchene and Seguin. It's been those two together with Marchman and Benn cycling through. So see if their offensive struggles can go through tonight and they can pick up a little bit, because they certainly need them.
Rantanen's proven he can win games by himself, but Dallas needs another scorer. They need, and Robertson in that interview, I thought that was really revealing, the pressure he's feeling.
Dallas, a perfect 3-0 scoring first. Winnipeg, they've led for 90 minutes in their 2 wins. They've led for just 5 minutes total in their 3 losses, so that first goal could be paramount tonight. John Bartlett, Gary Galley, they will have the call. Next up, you're going to hear Scott Oak, who's getting you set for the anthems and puck drop, and we will see you after 20.
Stars have yet to lose back-to-back in these playoffs. They're 4-0, so one more streak the Jets have to win. Scott Arniel said the Game 5 win was about the whole roster stepping up. And while the Jets will play this game against the saddest of backdrops with the passing of Mark Scheifele's father, Brad, last night, they do need an effort similar to Game 5 if they're to drag this series back to Winnipeg for at least one more whiteout. John Bartlett and Gary Galley standing by with the call of Game 6.
To honor all the men and women who have served our country, would you please rise, if able, and welcome to the ice our Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket and City Credit Union, hometown hero of the game, United States Army Sergeant Yeda Venzer. And now, to sing the anthems of two great nations, our own Selena Ray.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free, from far and wide. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, we say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back to Dallas for Game 6 as the Stars are back at home looking to close out the series, which means the Jets are on the road. We're not sure if somebody stole Jobu's rum, and if so, returned it. Or maybe they've tried bringing in a pregame bucket of fried chicken. Whatever the case may be, they have no choice but to exercise those road demons and find a way to win if they want to send the series back to the whiteout in Winnipeg. Connor Hellebuck is the first goalie in franchise history to record a shutout when facing elimination, and he's 2-0 in elimination games this year. Nikolai Ehlers had a 2-goal performance in Game 5 and has goals in 3 straight games. Mikko Rantanen has scored 28% of the Stars' goals and has factored in on 59.4% of them. And Mark Scheifele will summon up the courage to play tonight as he and his family are in this game with heavy hearts. But he has the strength and support to play beside him of his hockey brothers in arms and all the whiteout in Winnipeg. It's one for the road or it's closing time. Game 6 from Dallas. Here we go. Shifley up with it first, and he'll feed it back for Neil Pionk. Off for Sandberg, and that puck gets deflected